Everywhere we go, people wanna know who we are. The Mighty Mighty Tigers.
Even in her days at Pearl High School, Theodosia Moore Kennedy, who people know as Dodie, was never the shy type.
No way. I was voted most popular. I talk a lot and I don't see no stranger. This is my friend. He made his outfit. I would wear that again today.
Dodie will tell you her class of 1972 was something special.
Let's go back to the beginning, 1898. This was the pride of the black community.
Melvin Black is a former Pearl teacher and coach, and now curator of the Pearl High Archive Museum.
For a long time, Pearl was the only black school in the North Nashville area.
Pearl class of 1972 president, Derek Dow.
The faculty there worked in sync in trying to provide for us the best education that was available.
We loved what we had.
And these were instructors who lived with us in our communities.
But for Dodie and Derek, life at the historically black Pearl High changed at the start of their senior year. Going back into the news archive, the year 1971. Under court-ordered guidelines, a desegregation plan was made to get closer to a racial balance in Nashville schools. There was pushback, with mayoral candidate Casey Jenkins leading demonstrations against busing efforts.
This plan will definitely tear this community apart.
They still felt a little uncomfortable of being in a black neighborhood.
Children always get along. It's their parents who probably kept things going on.
Among the white students set to be part of the Pearl student body was Cheryl Bernhardt.
There's people that were adamant, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to, There's people that moved out of county.
We don't want our children carried anywhere on a bus.
On a morning in 1971, buses headed out with the protests and violence that had come during desegregation efforts across the country for years. What would this first day of school bring?
Pearl was probably the most worried about something happening.
But that's not how it went throughout that school year at Pearl. There were people, the kind who don't know a stranger, who just made new friends.
Oh, Lord, yes. We wanted to make sure that everybody got a chance to be equal. They were cheerleaders, they were basketball players.
Run for class office.
Teachers here were dedicated to them as well as the black community as well.
There was a concerted effort. You could tell, you could feel it. Our communities were so separate, there was a lot of curiosity. It wasn't history then, it was life.
Dodie misses those people who made up the class of 1972. So she decided to do something about it.
So good to see you.
Yay, we were disco dancers, believe it or not.
Dodie made some calls.
I haven't seen them in 50 years.
Sent some messages.
This is a part of history.
She's brought her class back together.
We made it. We're here 50 years later. I'm telling my age, I was a teenager, and then now all of a sudden, I'm this old lady talking about 50 years later.
The first integrated class of Pearl High is a group of people who made friends and made history.
Everywhere we go, people want to know who we are.
1, 2, 3.
The Mighty Mighty Tigers.